modest offering from those few surrounding farms as yet untouched by the spreading calamity.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today we're doing the Formless Flesh, and if you take a look at that video stamp, no, that's not an error. It's only 18 minutes. I do appreciate the Warren's dungeons a lot.
They are really good. Oh, hey, the American Gothic people are there.
Oh yeah. I never knew what that I never knew what that painting was called. I'm like, hey, it's the painting people. Hey there. So for beating the Formless Flesh, we tear out their bloody heart.
Well, I mean, what else would you take?
I honestly think this is a good accessory, if anything, because of the bleed resist.
I mean, how often do you really need, like, heavy bleed resist, unless you're going up against the crabs in the cove?
I don't know. I just have a feeling that bleed resist is very good compared to blight, because
It's the same damn thing, Highway.
I know they're the same thing, but you don't see 10 damage blights. At worst, you see like 4 damage blight. Bleed,
Well,
however,
either way, they knock you down below max health, which is just terrible for you.
yeah. But hey, I don't know. I like it because it's a very good tanky skill, and even though I think tankiness is something that doesn't really exist in this game, it's good to have someone that's durable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, both my Houndmasters had entirely Warren's abilities, except, that changed when I was specifically grinding out this area, and I don't know why. It makes me so angry. Like, both of my Houndmasters had both, like, negative or reduced stress and enhanced damage in the Warrens, which fits them perfectly. They're Beastmasters. They take on the beasts, and they fit perfectly in the Warrens, and then they decide, nah, I'm not gonna have those traits anymore.
I see you have mustache cream. This takes top priority.
Yeah, I got those. I just, you know. I'm gonna disappoint you, Chitlin, because I never use that.
It's a bad accessory, I know this, but...
Oh, yeah. We got it, don't worry. We also got a new
Yeah.
accessory, the spiked collar for the Houndmaster.
It's a really good accessory.
I'm inclined to agree, because, on this past 2 episodes, I've been using the Houndmaster a lot, A for anti-beast and B for anti-prot, and, that collar really fucking helps.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
wow. I used to build him for just, you know, evasion and utility, and, like, while he had decent damage and never really shined, holy crap, that collar is good.
Okay, so you said you, I guess, weren't taking a Houndmaster purely because, he lost some Warren skills?
No, I'm taking a Houndmaster still, because fucking...
You're not taking 2 Houndmasters. Why?
I was debating taking 2, I really was, like, it's
You-
some... I really...
really need to?
I should have, like, I was sitting there like, I should take 2 Houndmasters,
You
but-
could have chumped the fuck out of this boss.
Spoiler alert, I still do, but,
You could have chumped him even harder.
I'll say this, I took Kaboom Dragoon specifically anticipating the champion boss and the champion enemy in the dungeon.
Oh.
Because he has, we're gonna see it at the end of the video because, my anticipation was, unwarranted. I don't fight one in this specific run, but I did fight it in my grind, which is absolutely infuriating, but... There is the champion enemy for the Warrens. I would say doesn't really necessitate a Plague Doctor, but it really fucking helps. Also, I have a lot of money. You mentioned before that in Darkest Dungeon in the late game, money is the biggest problem. Radiant mode update changed that because of the higher stacks of money and how frequently money drops. I'm swimming in money now.
Also all of your guys are, decked out in full gear, so that's less of an issue.
Yeah, money has basically become ephemeral. Ephemeral is the term I'm looking for, right?
I'm not sure if it's the term you were looking for, but it works.
Basically, it's become meaningless unless I want to absolutely go ape shit and Frankenstein my units.
I mean, why would you do that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if there's just, a young and budding hang on a second.
The spasmodically squirming, braying, and snorting half-corpses were heaped each upon the other until at last I was rid of them. The warrens had become a landfill of snout and hoof, gristle and bone. A mountainous, twitching mass of misshapen flesh fusing itself together in the darkness. The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
So, I recently came upon this, and I recently learned that there's an anti-Captain planet. Captain Pollution,
Yeah,
I think it
Captain
was?
Pollution. Yeah.
I feel like the Ancestor represents that really well. He's just like, well, I completely fucked up my operation. Time to dump it in the sewer, whatever. But yeah, I do appreciate, like, once upon a time I used to hate the Warrens because disease and blight was the worst thing ever and I hated it, but, doing this LP, I like it a lot more. It's something you could get done super quick, and it's just, a pleasant place to be, compared to the Weald or the Cove. Oh, do I hate the Weald.
I'm kind of on the fence of whether I prefer the Warrens or the Cove more.
What's the thing that kind of makes it hard to decide?
I really like the enemies in the Cove, but I really like the layout and the look of the ruin, or the Warrens, I mean.
Yeah. I actually had a friend message me that when we were both watching a Darkest Dungeon stream once, and he mentioned that the map layouts now are a lot less, Lego block-esque. I'm like, yeah, it's still really organic, and I do appreciate that. Even despite that, the Warrens is still, a perfect grid of sewers.
I mean, as it should be. That's how you lay out sewers.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the big issue for me between the Warrens versus the Cove is the Pelagic Guardian. I don't like him.
He was never that big an issue for me.
He just takes up so much of my time, and I never realized how much of my time he took up until I did these videos. Like, everything else in that dungeon is cool. I'm even fine with the Neck Puncher. But man, that Guardian, when he gets up to like 75 and 80% prod, I'm just like, ugh! I'm gonna sit here for an hour!
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call you out before the thread gets a chance to. This is the one place you should be using a quad dog.
Yeah, I know, I was wanting to. I was really anticipating it, but, I really don't get any Houndmasters, and I think it's because with the radio mode update, they came up with something called, I don't remember the specific name, but it's basically deck stacking. It's an option you could turn on and off, and, it gives you what the game quote-unquote thinks you need for a balanced team comp. And I'm pretty sure I have that on, and I keep forgetting to turn that off.
I mean,
because I don't really ever see a Houndmaster, at least the one I want to take.
wonder if I can mod the deck stacking to turn it into all Houndmasters.
You probably can. You could also mod the barracks to be infinite storage, can't you?
Yeah, very easily.
Like, I'd imagine you can manipulate it to where it gives you all dogs, and I really hope you figure out that case because of what you posted in our Discord.
I highly doubt I'm actually going to follow through on that.
Aw, come on! Dog % Darkest Dungeon LP, that'd be great!
That would be great, but I'm not... Like,
I know.
I don't want to look at this game for a while after we're done, okay?
You and me both, don't worry.
Speaking of looking at this game, I just noticed that the Swine Slasher has a heart-shaped lock on his chain.
Yeah, actually,
So I wonder if he was an abomination?
I was actually thinking that too when they released the A-bomb. I'm like, huh, that's a very suspicious looking lock.
Yeah.
It would make sense, but the abomination's a satyr, while everything else is here is pigs. So it's possible, but it's kind of a stretch.
Well, they are like half human, half pig.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
According to the damage types.
It is kind
I
of
don't
weird that
know.
it is kind of weird that they're human now that I think about it. Why?
Well, I don't know. There's really nothing in the
I think it might be
ancestors'
because
notes that suggests he spliced human with pig, but
well, this is gonna go back to wow.
Annihilate.
See, that's why the
Yeah.
color is great.
yeah, just fuck that guy in particular.
Anyways, this goes back to my time in college when I was taking anatomy and physiology classes, but, oftentimes when you do college work for, health classes, you're gonna be focusing specifically on pig organs. Now, there's a very specific reason why, because
They're
the
very
anatomy
similar
of...
to human.
Yeah, they're very similar to human, if not, frighteningly similar. I think that's why in this game, the pigmen are both human and beast, because of that, little, nugget of information there.
That makes enough sense.
I mean, this is speculation. I don't know what goes on in the mind of Bo Rassa and his team.
I mean, it could be just entirely because they are humanoid pigs, and
Yeah.
we are just overthinking this at this point.
Oh, more than likely. By the way, I'm not forgetting that pillar.
I just assumed you would come back later, after you chump this boss.
Yeah, well, I figured I'd go for it now because the last time I fought this boss, I wasn't too, pleased with the results.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
It's up, buddy, the Formless Flesh.
Contorting and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
Now, a lot of the...
Easily my favorite boss design. I just love
Yeah.
it so much.
Yeah, it really does speak to, Lovecraftian horror in a way, where it's just, a pile of flesh.
This is like straight up 80s John Carpenter
Stephen King's
level of
It.
body horror. Not it, because I mean the fucking clown was just a spider. Let's never forget that, Highwang. But
No, that's not it. That's, something... Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Thing.
you're thinking of the Thing, but you're saying it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not correct.
Yeah, my bad.
It was just a spider, and that was bullshit.
Really, I've never seen it, so, good to know.
It's really fucking funny if you watch it nowadays.
I might have to do that, because,
We might have to do a movie night for it.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a special bonus episode.
So I see you're finally relenting and using Hound's Harry.
It's a good tactic.
It's fucking great against this boss.
Like, it's the
Getting
one time
four-
that's... It's the one time that skill is good, in my opinion.
Yeah, 4 DOT procs a turn? Stacking? Hell yeah.
Yeah, but...
Imagine if you brought 4 Houndmasters.
Oh yeah, that would just vaporize this thing, but...
This thing would be dead by like turn 3.
I love the gimmick idea. I would not be opposed to doing 4 Houndmasters, but A, I was a victim of circumstance and I wanted to keep things balanced. B, I think I always just, operate in terms of balance. I don't like gimmick runs in general.
Says the man who did Grimrock 1 and 2 as a single character gimmick run.
Shut up, Chitlin.
Hey, I'm just dropping facts on you here now, Highway.
I mean, yeah, you're right. In between all the gimmick runs I've LP'd, I can't really say that. It's just that for this game in particular, I think more like a risk manager rather than, a guy who plays video games. And we're only in turn 3, and this thing's down to like 1/4 health. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Also, he's not doing multi-hit DOTs, which is quite honestly a blessing, because that was the reason why the veteran mode run was such a hassle.
Yeah. I remember on my normal the first time I went through the champion level of this particular boss, I actually ended up thinking he was the hardest boss in the game just because of how much he just pushed my shit in.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost 2 people during this fight, and it was just
Wow.
rough.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, because if you get into a situation where it's like he gets 2 of those butt shooters, I can see things getting rather dire. I think I just got insanely lucky here because, A, I didn't get situations like double head, double butt, and B, he doesn't... Like, the boss has a chance to do multiple hits with, his bleed in.
It is as grotesque
Okay,
and
alright,
death
guess we're done.
as it was in life.
So the rest of this So I do the rest of the dungeon, however, nothing eventful happens, because I was desperately trying to get the champion monster in this video. But it didn't, so, checkerboard wipe 2.
Greater the glory.
Alright.
However, we will see it. I do have backup footage. It's just that I was really hoping I wouldn't have to resort to that.
Gotcha.
Besides, nothing really happens. I had a solid team. I had Dog. Everything else was kind of a chump. So yeah, we killed the Formless Flesh. We got its still beating heart. A good accessory, in my opinion, which is odd given my mindset for this game's idea of tanking. Sky Talon. Now for the backup footage.
Okay.
So, the Shriver is, entirely a damage-based class.
Cool.
Like, there's no gimmicks to it. It's not like the, Squiffy Gaster where it's just, you know, a, finale jester, nor is it like, say, the Virago where it's just a pain to kill. All it exists to do is to do the most damage output, bar none.
As the enemy crumbles.
It has 3 attacks. One of them is mainly to get it back to position 4, and we don't get to see that move. This is its most threatening move.
We require only the strength to follow it.
That thing does anywhere between 9 to 17 damage, reduces your speed and your dodge, and does a 4 damage Blight DOT.
Wow.
Luckily, the Blight and the Hex have a low chance of hitting due to how widespread it is. However, if you're very unlucky, or if you don't, you know, experiment on your heroes, that can really start your day. However, that's not the move I'm worried about. It has another move that can really ruin your day.
I was just thinking about that animation he did for Cripple Them, and it looked like he had like a spring-loaded javelin quiver.
He does. Here's the other move, Spit to Roast. This thing sucks. It does 15 to 25 damage and can send you back to rank 4 and stun you.
Oh.
So even with like the most durable dudes, it will be doing at least 1/3 your health bar. That being said, I do respect him. I think he's I like the fact that he's not a gimmick. He's just out there to ruin your day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the Formless Flesh, and
That was a mercifully short video, Highline.
I know, I edited the fuck out of it, dude. Like, when I finished the boss, I was like, is there really anything else in this part? No, cut it. But yeah, the next one is the cannon.
Oh, great. I'm glad you saved that for last. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Well, I will give you I'll give you 2 things. A, it's exciting. B,
Highly doubtful.
B, original footage was roughly 48 minutes long. I parsed it down to 30.
Small favors, I suppose.
Yeah, like, it was mainly for both of us, but yeah. Next episode is the canon, and, it's gonna be fun. See you guys later.